Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm currently 20 years old and I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm 18 and I'm also from Houston, Texas.
And today we're going to kind of give you a demonstration of the Kangen Water machine. Here we have it, our K8, and we're also going to give a demonstration on how that water works.
Okay. So before we go into the demonstration of how to use the machine, the types of water it produces, I want to tell you guys a little bit about how all of this began. So in the 1900s, or for thousands of years before that, there have been select places across the world where people have this water called miracle water. Places like Germany, France, Mexico, and even India. And what we know now is that this miracle water contained active hydrogen, and that's what made it have all of these healing powers that people claim it to have. And as we know it today, it's known as alkaline water.
So to kind of go further more into it, in the 1950s, the scientific research was conducted in these locations that have the miracle water, and it discovered that in all the locations, all that water had one thing in common. It had active hydrogen. So therefore they called that water alkaline water.
Okay. And so about 50 years ago, Japan faced a period of heavy acid rain, and it polluted all of their major water sources, such as like lakes, rivers, aquifers. And so a group of scientists and doctors got together to find a way to return that water to its original state. And that's where Kangen got its name. Kangen is a Japanese word which translates into the English phrase of returning to origin.
So I'm going to give you a kind of background about the actual company that this machine is made from. So the company is named Enagic. It was created by Japanese CEO Hironari Oshari in 1974. And so that means that this machine is 100% a product and made in Japan. There are no other parts of the machine actually built in other parts of the world. It's only in Japan. Now there are like over 400 hospitals and doctor offices in Japan that actually use this machine. It's the only ionizer manufactured in the world, and it has the certificate with the WQA, which is the Water Quality Association.
So how the machine works, first the water from the city goes through your faucet and it goes through this filter, which takes out all the big stuff like chlorine, rocks, pesticides, dirt, stuff like that. After that, it goes into the electrolysis chamber, which ionizes the water, turning it into alkaline water and acidic water. And alkaline water is what we drink and use for cooking and stuff like that. And the acidic water is what we use for like cleaning our fruits and vegetables, or even our houses, which we'll get more into later.
So there are 7 types of water that are in this machine. So as you can see, if I turn it on by pressing the screen, there's the 9.5 water, 9.0, and 8.5, which is the drinking water. And then we have the other types of water, such as like the clean water, the beauty water, and the acidic water that he'll explain more. But yeah, so all the waters basically go through this nozzle and into whatever you want to use it to drink with or use, and then the acidic water goes through the other end.
So getting a little bit more into the uses of the water, as Tiffany said before, 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5 are mainly used for drinking. Next we have the 6.0, which is beauty water. It can be used to replace like toner or stuff like that. When you spray it on your face, it makes it feel more like light and like fresh. Yeah. There's 2.5, which is the high acidic water. This water you use to like clean your countertops or even mop the floors with, and it has the property of killing 99.9% of all bacteria in only 30 seconds. Finally, we have the clean water, which is 7.0. As we know, it's neutral, and we use this just for everyday cooking, drinking medicine, making baby formula, stuff like that.
Now that you kind of talked about what happens like in the machine, we're going to give you a demonstration of what this mineral water can do for you. So we're going to introduce 3 unique properties that this Kangen water has. It's a very special type of water. It's a type of water that no other water can, like the properties is unique to this water, and no other water has these properties. And we're going to kind of give you a little show to show you like what this water can do. So the first property is antioxidation. second is high alkalinity, and the third is microclustering. So first we're going to be talking about the antioxidant portion of the water itself. So what does like antioxidant like really mean, right? So whenever I think of oxidation itself, I think of aging. When you have too much oxygen in your body, your body decays faster. It ages faster. That's why we get old and we get wrinkly, because our internal organs are exposed to so much oxygen throughout the day. I also like to relate it to like leaving an apple like on the counter, or leaving a bicycle outside for too long. It tends to rust. Or when you cut an apple open in half, it turns brown because it's exposed to so much oxygen. And the thing with this water, it has antioxidation characteristics, which means so if you drink this water, you're kind of slowing down that aging process inside of you, so it tends to be better for you.
And so if you look at this chart right here, you can see how oxidation is measured. It's measured by something called ORP, which stands for Oxidation Reduction Potential. How I remembered it personally was the potential to reduce oxidation. Now, as you can see, it's measured by numbers. The more positive it gets, the more oxidizing it is. So here we see we have soda, tap water, and even bottled water that we buy on the market. All of these are positive, meaning they're oxidizing your body, aging it. On the other hand, if you see a negative sign, like vitamin C from fruits, green tea, liver oil, and Kangen water, they all have the negative sign, meaning that they're an antioxidant. When you consume this stuff, it makes your aging process slow down, and it makes you more youthful and even more healthy.
So what I like to think about is, you know how when we get sick or our doctors tell us to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables to get healthier? That's because it contains a lot of minerals in them that are antioxidants. So to compare it to Kangen water, some professionals have told me that just drinking 1 glass of Kangen water can equate to like a gallon of blueberries. So it's super rich in antioxidants. It's super helpful to like help decrease the aging process. And now we're going to give you kind of like a visual measurement of the antioxidant levels of all these liquids here. So here are some of the drinks that we buy every day. So we have soda, like sugary drinks, like I'm gonna represent it as like Gatorade, Powerade, all the sodas that you can get from like a restaurant, from H-E-B. Now we have Ozarka water, Dasani water, and Fiji water, which are like very popular water brands that you can also buy at any convenience store. Here we have our tap water that you can get from the sink. And lastly, we have the Kangen water in that gallon. So he's going to use the ORP to measure the levels of antioxidation. And if you see on the scale that it's a positive number, then you can assume that it's bad for you, because the more positive it is, the more oxidized it is. If it's negative, then it's more antioxidant.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with Kangen water. Can I have a volunteer come up and read what you see on the screen?
Negative 69.7.
Yeah, it's like almost negative 700, right?
Oh, yeah. I thought there was a point there.
Yeah, negative. So when you see the negative sign, as we said before, that means that it's an antioxidant. And on that poster you see right there, it shows that Kangen water goes up to negative 400. But personally, I've seen it go up to even like negative 800 or negative 900. Yep. All right, so we're gonna move over here to soda. What do you see now?
Positive 435.
Yeah, positive 400, right? Almost positive 500.
Yes.
It means that it's very oxidizing, and when you drink it, it's actually speeding up your aging process and making your body age faster. All right, Ozarka?
Positive 114.
Yep, still positive, still oxidizing your body. Dasani?
Positive 230, 40, 50?
And it keeps going up, right?
Yeah.
Almost as bad as soda. All right, Fiji water?
Positive 315.
Wow. Okay. And then this is the tap water that we got from the sink.
Positive 500.
Yeah. Right. And now I'm gonna go back to Kangen water. One more time.
Negative almost 700.
Right. Yeah. So as you can see from this demonstration, only Kangen water has this antioxidant property. no other bottle of water or water bottles that you buy on the market, especially soda, has this antioxidant property, and in fact, it's actually oxidizing your body more and aging your body when you drink it.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next property, which is alkalinity, or pH.
Yes.
So,
okay. So pH, for those of you who don't know, is the measure of acidity. And if you look at this chart right here, you can see the levels of acidity that is measured. So it's measured from 1 through 14, and 7 is in the middle, meaning that it's neutral. It's neither alkaline or acidic. If it's below 7, it'll show these colors, and meaning that it's high in acid. And if it's above 7, it'll turn these like cool colors like blue or purple, and that'll mean that it's high in alkalinity. Yeah. And in 1931, a doctor by the name of Otto Warburg won a Nobel Peace Prize for his research on cancer cells. He found out that cancer cells can't survive in a high alkaline environment, but on the other hand, they thrive in an environment with high acidity. You know? So when we make our body environment more alkaline, we have a better chance of fending off cancer cells. When, on the other hand, when we eat or drink a lot of acid substances, we'll make ourselves more prone to developing cancer cells.
and so in this demonstration, we're going to show you just how acidic the liquids you are consuming or like entering your body. And with this, we're going to be using a pH indicator. And everyone knows what a pH indicator is, right? It changes the color of what you're trying to test. So if I pour about like, if I drop like about 3 drops in every drink, the color should turn to whatever acidity level is indicating. So I'm going to start with soda. Very acidic.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There we go. There's the acidity. Okay. So as you can see, these water bottles and the soda are very high in acidity levels, and the Fiji and tap water is close to like dark blue.